Announced it hopes all primary-age pupils in England can go back to school for a month before the summer break, and is again urging vulnerable children and those of essential workers to head back now. It's aiming for children to restart nursery, reception, Year 1 and Year 6 classes on June the 1st, if the risk level of coronavirus permits. There's no return plan for England's secondary school children before the summer holidays, but teachers are being asked to prepare for face-to-face time before then with those who have key exams next year. In Scotland and Wales, there's no change, with no planned return dates, with Scotland's First Minister saying next month would be too soon for primary school classes to start. And in Northern Ireland, the Education Minister said it'll be September when pupils are likely to begin going back to school. Teaching unions have expressed serious concerns about government plans to restart primary education in England. Our education correspondent Elaine Dunkley has been gauging the reaction of parents and teachers in Cheshire.
Even with just a few children, it's difficult. Soon pupils at Hertford Manor Primary will have to learn a new skill: how to keep their distance. Classes will reopen to all children in reception, Year 1 and Year 6.
How on earth do we get 30 children in a classroom and make them socially distanced? You can't do it. I'd like to see the children wearing facial coverings, because if they then cough, it won't go onto the desk they're working at or onto the surface. I'd like to see teachers wearing it where possible.
Miss Fischer's going to clean the table.
Schools have remained open for children of key workers and those deemed as vulnerable. So why are certain age groups being prioritised to return first? For nurseries, reception and Year 1, it's a critical time in early years development. For those in Year 6, it's about preparing them for secondary school. But parents here are worried about safety.
A lot of parents are scared that bringing the children back, it's going to increase the spread. One of our concerns keeping the girls in school was that we would potentially, from the hospital, acquire COVID, bring it back, pass it on unknown to our children, then bring it in and spread it further out in the community.
I don't know how you can open the schools when you can't guarantee people's safety. It's unfair. My daughters are coping fine at home. They're quite happy and bubbly at home, but they're really desperate to come back to school and see the friends. That's a big part for them, to come back and see the friends and play with the friends, and I don't see how that's going to be possible, because you can't enforce social distancing very well with children, I wouldn't have thought.
Schools are key in ending the coronavirus lockdown. Reopening them is as much about the economy as it is about education. In order for the country to go back to work, children need to go back to school.
We understand the need for the lockdown and the school closure in the beginning, but it's now been 8 weeks. My husband and I both run small businesses, so trying to keep both those businesses viable and have both the children at home and try and do some homeschooling has created like a really high pressure environment for both of us as parents, which obviously then reflects on the children as well.
The government says this is about small steps. More guidance will be issued, but will parents and teachers have enough confidence for children to return to classrooms? Elaine Dunkley, BBC News, Cheshire.